All right, this is Matthew Boyer and BigBrotherNetwork.com here with one of our new Big Brother house guests. Introduce yourself, tell us who you are, about your background, everything we should know.
My name is Shelli. I'm 33 years old from Atlanta, and I am a home stager and decorator.
All right, so tell us about your journey to get here. How did you get involved? Has this been a long goal of yours to get on the show, or what's the...
I have watched the show for a lot of years, and I've been a huge fan of it, and this experience just kind of happened really fast.
Yeah,
I just Skype interview, coming out to California interviews, just lots of interviews and lots of fun, meeting a lot of really cool people. It just went really fast, really exciting, and now here I am, and I cannot believe it.
So, was this your first time applying?
This is my first time.
Wow,
yes,
nice. Congratulations.
Thank you, yeah.
All right, so why do you think you were picked? What's it about you that they wanted to have part of the cast?
Ooh, that's a good question. Well, I don't know. I'm really excited about it. I'm very verbal about my excitement, I guess. I guess they saw that in me because when I say I want it, I really, really do. You know, I really, really felt it. It's something I was very passionate about, and I'm a little bit older, so I think that that's kind of giving me a little bit of an edge. So I can play the game probably, I think, maybe a little smarter. So that makes me a little different. Stand out.
Please don't say 33 is a little bit older.
Well, I'm older than some of the people who,
That's true.
you know, and that's interesting because I don't feel old at all, but it's going to be funny being in the house and being one of the older ones, but I think I'll adjust just fine.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so name one thing you want the other house guests to know about you that you think might help your game.
Oh, you're asking the good questions. I'm not prepared for them.
That's all right.
Ooh. Oh, gosh. That would help me in my game?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or we can jump to the next one, which is name one thing that you want to hide from them that you think might hurt, if that's easier.
Ooh, I'm having a stall here. I'm
That's
having
all right.
a blank moment.
So no famous siblings that you need to hide.
That's
and,
what I'm saying. I don't have any famous
break out
siblings.
later.
I've had a pretty good upbringing.
Yeah.
Really great family. I don't have really any tragedies. I don't have any
All right.
kids. So that's why I'm like, kind of like, ooh, maybe that would be what could hurt me.
Yeah.
You know, is they think that I don't really have anything special about me, but.
No, Shelli has a daughter hashtags this summer?
Right, exactly. I know.
All right. Addicted. Okay, so last season's winner, Derek, suggests that you can't go into the game with a strategy, but rather a plan and approach.
Exactly.
So what's your plan and approach?
My plan and approach is exactly that, to come into the house, lay low for a little bit so that I'm not standing out as, you know, the first name that somebody would think of in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I get established and I understand, you know, who I can trust and kind of get comfortable with the game, then you just have to adjust every single week the way that the game changes. When the game changes, you have to change with the game. That's my strategy, is to not think only one way, but to think broad.
All right. Now, talking about not standing out at first, let's go from the big picture down to very specific, immediate first week.
Yeah.
What are you going to do to avoid being that first person out of the house?
I am going to touch a little bit, you know, talk to everybody, of course, try to bond with everybody, but not be very loud and, you know, the first person the first voice that everybody hears, and the one who's just like up there and saying, hey, this is me, so that when they're upstairs thinking about, you know, who could it be, that it's that loud, boisterous girl. I'm going to try not to be that person.
All right.
That's because I am pretty loud. I can be pretty loud and excitable, so I'm going to try to tone it down a little bit.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about alliances. How do you plan to handle the frequent threat of these male alliances that come through and rampage through the game?
Oh, gosh. Well, you know, I am a leader. I am very good at talking to people and being able to ask the right questions so that I know what angle they're looking at things, and they might not know that I'm figuring that out. So I think that I'd be pretty good about looking at things and kind of catching where the connections are and being able to ask the right questions to figure out their game so that I could break that up. I think that would be the best way. I mean, it's so far really been a strong guys game, and I really hope to break up that
All right.
that shriek. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah.
Okay, well now, what do you think about an all-girls alliance? Is that something...
Not strong enough.
Okay.
It's just not strong enough. It's never worked in the past. The girls just aren't headstrong enough, you know, just as all together, because it's too much emotion. It's not enough just strong thoughts and strong, like, you know, the thing about guys is they have one goal in mind and they go for that one goal, whereas girls, they'll tend to get more, they're thinking about too many things and they get lost, and so the goal doesn't get accomplished.
All right. Okay. Showmance, fomance, romance, ladymance. What's your plan? Anything?
I am definitely adaptable to that. I'm definitely open to the possibility, but you have to be really smart about it, because that could be the reason why you could be put up, because you and that person could be put up together. And so it's a little bit tricky. You can't just have the two of you. You would have to then also have other people who are with you to stay safe in that situation.
Okay, so you've just won the first head household competition. Do you target a weak, no one's going to miss him or her kind of house guest, or are you going to go for the big threat, the big name player?
I think somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
I think it's not really that important to get the weak players out first, but it's definitely important to keep the very strong players on your side.
Okay. All right, so you're a big fan. You've been watching for a while, and you've probably been stuck in sequester for a little while,
Yeah.
catching up on old episodes. Whose game, when you look over the past seasons, whose game do you think you might be closest to, and what might be different that you're going to do that's your own style?
I mean, this might be just like an easy answer, but I truly would say Derek, because I watch the way he plays the game, and it's exactly the way I would see myself playing the game, even before his season. I always thought this, that you have to listen. You have to listen to what people are saying. You have to watch what people are doing and wait for the right moment, as opposed to just always trying to be the one who's talking and planning and scheming, because then people are going to know your angle the more you talk.
Okay. All right, and finally, aside from winning $500K or making it to jury, what's your personal goal here? What do you hope to experience? You know, coming out into this with, you know, a dream of being on. What do you want to take away from it?
The amazing adventure, because right now I'm not, you know, married with kids. I don't have anything really substantially holding me down, and so I need and wanted something really, really, really amazing, and I just want that amazing experience, to meet these great people, live in this house that very few people in the world get the chance to live in. And yes, obviously the ultimate goal is to win the $500,000, but literally, seriously, just being in the house is definitely, for sure, a big prize.
All right, well, thank you, Shelli, and good luck. We'll be watching.
Thank you so much.